Okay, so boom! The scene kicks off with Naruto and Killer B sprinting to the battlefield. Using his nine-tailed chakra cloak abilities, he can sense that all the allied forces are getting worked right now. So in a true protagonist fashion, he's on his way to save the day. But before they could get any closer, Lady Tsunade and the Raikage jump in front of them to stop them in their tracks. Naruto and Killer B are both in shock, but for different reasons. Naruto's confused as to why they're stopping them in the first place, but this man Killer B is just mesmerized by Tsunade's big bazookas. There's a whole war going on, and this is what he's focused on? Hey, he just like me for real. His brother snaps him out of his trance, and Killer B justifies the staring by saying, I promise I meant no offense. It's just that the Hokage's jumps are definitely a myth. Here he go with them garbage bars, y'all. This gonna be a long video. The Raikage cuts straight to the chase by letting them know that they're there to stop them. He talking about some, you will not pass. Boy, he wanna be the grumpy old troll from Dora so bad. That troll wouldn't let nobody pass without solving one of his riddles. Riddle me this, B. Who's pushing 40 with a failed rap career? You are. But he's still rapping like he's trying to get signed. You need to sign one of these. The Raikage then gives his specific reason for stopping them, stating that if the enemy catches them, the jutsu will be complete. But Naruto's not trying to hear none of that nonsense. He refuses to let ninjas die for him, so he's getting to that battlefield one way or another. But the Raikage's stubborn ass refuses to listen to him. He's just over there barking at, about to pop a blood vessel. You know someone's big mad when they start spitting while they're yelling. Calm down. Naruto realizes he's not getting anywhere with this old fart, so he jumps up to go around him, but in the speed of light, the Raikage is right in his face. Naruto's shocked that the Raikage can even keep up with him in this form, but before he could even think of his next move, the Raikage balls up his fist and sends Naruto crashing back to the ground. Naruto managed to somewhat block that blow, but he still somehow slid 10 feet across the ground. The power in that punch must have been real concerning because Naruto doesn't even try to run again. He just stares for a second, then turns to Tsunade to try and get her on his side, but her and her milkers are not going. She lets him know that her and the 5 Kage already agreed on keeping him off the battlefield, so there's nothing that she can do now. So Naruto accepts her answer and decides that the only way is to force himself through. Naruto then tries to juke out the Raikage, but the Raikage's on him like white on rice. Out here moving like prime Deion Sanders, he's glued to that man's hip. The Raikage then starts flexing on Naruto by saying there's no shinobi who's faster than I am, not since the 4th Hokage died. And that sentence right there piqued Naruto's interest, so the Raikage continues to talk about it. But the conversation takes a hard left turn when he says, your dad was an amazing guy, but even with all his power, why is he not here to help? The latter part of that sentence definitely struck a chord because he quickly cuts off the Raikage, talking about some
talk about my father.
And that right there is how you know it's about to get real serious. Naruto continues to try and plead his case, but the Raikage's done arguing with this child. So in the most unnecessary way possible, this man yells and says, if you continue to insist on going, I will kill you right here and now. Nigga, what? We're taking it too far now. B, get your psycho brother. See, I knew he was crazy just off his mustache. Who the fuck has 2 pieces of hair on the side but nothing in the middle? What is that even called? The Raikage's threat was so out of pocket that even Tsunade steps in to say no, but the Raikage's not hearing anyone out. He means business. Naruto refuses to back down, so he gets ready to bust out a jutsu, but before he could activate it, the Raikage comes flying in with a punch. But Killer Bee's finally had enough, so he jumps into blocking. The Raikage's stunned that his brother would defy him like this, so he asks him why he chose not to listen. So B explains to him that killing Naruto is like killing him. He says some other stuff, but honestly I tuned it out, cause the message was delivered in another one of his corny raps. But whatever he said clearly had Naruto touched. Tsunade tries to intervene by saying he can't just act on his own without the approval of the other 5 Kage, but this maniac says he'll do anything to protect the shinobi world, even if it means killing his own brother. And it was with that line that I knew they were gonna have to jump his ass to get past him, cause he's not messing around. While him and Killer Bee are still having a heart-to-heart, Naruto tries to catch him off guard and sneak past him, but the Raikage spots him, quickly rushes in, then punches him right back to where he came from. Now you'd think after getting cut off 3 times, this man Naruto would come up with a different plan, but instead this peanut brain says, I'll try again. And of course, the Raikage cuts him off yet again and punches him right into the ground. But before Naruto could even make contact with the dirt, Killer Bee comes charging in and attempts to hit the Raikage with his lariat. But the Raikage got a strong ass neck. His neck game is no joke, so he just absorbs the contact, stares at B, then chops the hell out of his back. The Raikage dashes in to knock some sense into Naruto, but he doesn't make it very far because Killer Bee grabs him with his tentacle before he could even reach him. Naruto thinks he's in the clear to get by him now, so he quickly jumps in the air, but the Raikage refuses to give up that easy. So he grabs Killer Bee's tentacle and throws him at Naruto, sending them both crashing into the ground. The Raikage then rushes back into position, making sure to not leave an opening. And to ensure all of his bases are covered, he even yells at Tsunade to come and help. This man got some nerve. You just said you're gonna kill Naruto if he keeps trying to get by you, and you expect her to just happily aid in the execution of one of her hidden leaf shinobi. Nah, this nigga's brains must be on too tight, cause this makes no sense. And speaking of not making sense, why are you out here wasting chakra fighting two of your own? We got dead niggas wreaking havoc and y'all wanna have a civil war? Use your brain. Hearing the Raikage threaten to pack up Naruto triggered a Naruto flashback, and that's when we see memories from when Naruto protected Lady Tsunade from Kabuto. This flashback alone was enough to snap Lady Tsunade back to her senses, and now she's standing face to face with the Raikage to help Naruto and B pass. The Raikage proceeds to ask her why she's switching up, and that is when she gives the same exact explanation I just gave, basically saying that they should use every weapon they have, including their Jinchurikis. Oh my god! Wow! So we do have brains. My thing is though, was this not a counter argument that was brought up at the meeting? You're telling me one man just said, I got an idea, let's lock up the Jinchurikis the whole war, and y'all were like, shit, that sounds good to me. I'm just trying to go home for real. Shaking my head, y'all gotta do better. While the Raikage's still pressing Tsunade for switching sides, Killer Bee charges at him and tries to hit him with that same lariat again. And of course, the Raikage's thick neck eats that blow like a 4-for-4 Wendy's meal. The Raikage then goes in for a punch to the gut, but so does B, so they both end up pounding each other at the same time. What did you say? Pound, fist, pound. They then both jump back and exchange more words. They basically still having the same argument over and over and over again. The Raikage is telling him to back down and B is refusing. Killer Bee's tired of the talking, so he runs towards the Raikage again, but the Raikage's done going easy on him, so he sprints towards him ready to go lariat for lariat. They finally clash, both arms at each other's throat, and for a second, neither of them move, until finally we see the Raikage go flying back into a boulder. Yes sir, that's what we like to see. Show him that you big B. Lay that old armless crippled nigga on his ass. What? Oh, was that too far? Killer B then starts going on and on about memories that they both share, trying his best to soften the fourth Raikage up. He not slick, he really trying to pull off the Talk No Jutsu special, and Naruto's over there in the back watching him, looking like a proud auntie. From the looks of it, B was making pretty good progress with the Raikage, but one of his garbage bars must have rubbed him the wrong way, because mid-sentence, the Raikage gets up and hits him with a nasty back fist. Oh nah, he was pissed off bad. Look at him. He was praying for that man to shut up. Back fisted him so hard he started coughing up blood. B goes sliding across the ground, and that's when the Raikage gets up and gets ready to reach his top speed. Tsunade sees him gearing up to charge at Naruto, but she refuses to let the Raikage pack him up. So unsurprisingly, she pulls out this familiar phony hero move, talking about something. You're gonna have to go through me first. Tsunade, give it up. We're not buying it no more. You pulled this same stunt when Pain destroyed the leaf, and then you proceeded to let Naruto tell you to go to the bench. You are not trying to get busy for real. I don't know, something about her just gives me a hold me back type energy. Naruto should have let her stand on her word this time. As soon as she starts with the theatrics, just let her act out the whole scene. But you're gonna have to go through me first. Yeah, go ahead, Tsunade, get that nigga. Oh, maybe we could, She's gonna start shaking in her boots real fast. Unfortunately, Naruto bails her out yet again and charges in before she could even make a move. He dashes to the far right, hoping that it'll be fast enough to get through the gap, but within milliseconds, the Raikage is in his face, ready to pin his junk against the large rock. The Raikage extends his fist, and from the looks of it, Naruto is finished. The next thing we see is the Raikage's punch connecting, and the giant boulder begins to crumble. One thing about the Raikage, he does not miss much. So for that punch to disintegrate that boulder, I knew Naruto's head must have been busted wide open too. But to my pleasant surprise, we see this man teleport behind the Raikage talking about something. I cannot fail. Okay, young prince, moving at the speed of light. He trying to be just like his dad. Just don't end up completely like him. Killer Bee and Tsunade are both shocked that Naruto was able to dodge the Raikage's attack, but in the most hater way possible. The Raikage laughs and says, my attack was simply a test. I wanted to gauge your abilities. Boy, stop it. This is that old head energy. I'm telling y'all, they cannot accept defeat. The day I beat my uncle in a race, he was talking about some Hey, I let you win, nephew. You did not let me win nothing. Please stop the lie. Naruto's not hearing the BS either. Peep the side eye he gives him. He knows he's lying about that was just a test. You was just trying to end him. Naruto and Killer Bee inevitably get the okay from the Raikage to pass, thus putting an end to this petty squabble. Overall, a very avoidable fight. As much as I love the Raikage, his stubbornness got on my nerves as usual. Tsunade's pump fakes were successful yet again in convincing the crowd that she was actually about that action. Killer Bee's attempt to talk no jutsu was almost successful. And of course, Naruto proved himself to be one of the fastest shinobi alive.
I don't really wanna know. Shorty telling me her name. I don't really wanna know. Had to wake up, go to work. I ain't really wanna go. Got be with me on my side. He be with me on the low.